I used to sit in the bathroom for hours and cry. A true story from Ruth Chandler, 76, Menomonee Falls, Wisconsin. I used to think that nothing was worse than growing old alone. But I was wrong. There is something worse. It's growing old, with a stomach that feels like a rock, a body that feels heavy, and a quiet dread every time you walk toward the bathroom. My name is Ruth Chandler. I'm 76 years old and I live in Menomonee Falls, Wisconsin. I was a school teacher for most of my life. After retirement and the passing of my husband, I moved to a quiet little home near my daughters. Most mornings, I would brew a cup of tea, sit by the window, and watch the birds return to the feeder. It felt peaceful, simple, predictable. But then something changed. At first, I thought I was just eating less because I was getting older, but I started feeling bloated every afternoon. I couldn't have a bowel movement for 3, then 5, then 7 days. My stomach felt tight and hard, and I began to feel nauseated even when I hadn't eaten. I avoided meals. I couldn't sleep. I grew irritated. I cried, but no one knew why. Every time my daughter asked if I was okay, I would smile and say, "I'm fine." How could I tell her that I couldn't go to the bathroom? It felt ridiculous, embarrassing. But for people my age, elderly constipation isn't ridiculous. It chips away at your dignity. It makes you feel like a machine that's slowly breaking down. There was a day I sat on the toilet for over an hour. I ended up fainting from straining too hard. That's when I became afraid, not just of the pain, but of each new day starting with the same old struggle. Eventually, my daughter noticed I was losing weight and constantly exhausted. She took me to a doctor. After a few tests and many uncomfortable questions, I was diagnosed with chronic constipation, something surprisingly common in seniors. The doctor looked me in the eye and said, "Ruth, this isn't something to be ashamed of. It's a part of senior health that most people ignore, but you don't have to live like this." That was the first time I felt some relief. We started with small changes. The first was my diet. I was advised to slowly increase my fiber intake: steamed vegetables, lentil soup, oatmeal for breakfast. To my surprise, even simple things like ripe papaya or prune juice made a big difference. Next was hydration. I had been afraid of drinking too much water because of nighttime trips to the bathroom. The doctor recommended sipping warm water throughout the day. That worked wonders. Then came movement. I started walking in the backyard for just 10 to 15 minutes each evening. My legs ached and my back complained at first. But within a week, my stomach felt lighter. I could breathe easier. I even started sleeping better. The most important thing I learned was how to listen to my body. I stopped forcing it. I stopped holding things in, literally and emotionally. I built a new routine. Wake up, drink warm water, stretch gently, and try to go at the same time every day. I also stopped self-medicating with over-the-counter laxatives. The doctor explained that using them too often could make my colon lazy, reducing its natural ability to function. Instead, I switched to natural fiber supplements and herbal teas under medical guidance. And something unexpected happened. My daughter stopped asking just, "Did you eat today?" and started asking, "Did you go today?" We began talking more openly about everything, including things no one talks about. Because I realized this, senior health isn't just about your heart, your blood pressure, or your memory. It's also about a digestive system that works quietly and comfortably in the background. 2 months into this new lifestyle, I returned to my window seat, tea in hand. But this time, I smiled. For real. Because I had taken my body back. No one would ever think that a former biology teacher, someone who once taught children how the digestive system works, could nearly fall apart because of a bowel movement. But it happened. Constipation doesn't kill you instantly. It steals your comfort. It eats away at your sense of peace. And it makes older people like me feel invisible, even in their own homes. If you're caring for an aging parent or grandparent, don't wait for them to tell you. Pay attention to what they eat, how they feel after eating, how long they stay in the bathroom. Ask gently, care consistently, because no one deserves to cry alone in the bathroom.